On number 17 in section 3.3, we're given that a line that passes through 7y and 3,0 is parallel to a line that joins 3,3 and negative 1, 1. And we're instructed to find y. So what I need to do here is use the fact that I know that these lines are parallel, and that's really telling me right away, if they're parallel, they're going to have the same slope. So parallel is a measurement of the same direction or same slope. So what I'm going to do is start by finding the slope between each of these lines. So let's take this first set, or actually the set right here that I know everything about. That's actually the second set I was given. I'm going to find the slope right there. So we're going to do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So 1 minus 3 is negative 2 over negative 1 minus 3 is negative 4. Two negatives, so we've got 1/2 as the slope. Okay. So I know that the slope I get from the first two needs to be equal to that same value if I want these to be parallel. So if I find the slope there, it's 0 minus y, so y, over 3 minus 7. So negative y over negative 4, cancel my two negatives, I've got y over 4. Okay, and again here, because we're trying to find when these two lines are going to be parallel, parallel means that they should have equal slopes, the same slope. So I would set up the equation y over 4 equals 1/2, and then I would solve for y. To solve for y right here, since it's y divided by 4, we'll multiply both sides by 4. And to be parallel, that y value would have to be 1/2 of 4 is 2. Okay. Now, the next question, number 18, is very similar, except that instead of these two lines being parallel, they're supposed to be perpendicular. So, working with these numbers again, instead of doing a whole new problem, if I wanted this to be perpendicular instead of parallel, what would I need the slope to be? Okay, so if I wanted them to be perpendicular, y over 4 would need to be equal to not 1/2 this time, not the same slope, but the opposite reciprocal. So negative 2 over 1. That's the reciprocal, 1/2, 2 over 1, and it needs to be negative to make it the opposite reciprocal. Okay? And again, let's find the y value so that I have the opposite reciprocal of the slope of the other line. Multiply by 4, multiply by 4. So in this case, if I was going for perpendicular, I would have had a negative 8 value for my y. Alright, if you have any other questions, let me know.